Come in and let's sip this tea. Girl, come talk to me. Come on in.
Girl, come on in here and talk to me. Sit on down and relax your body.
Come in and let's sip this tea. Girl, come talk to me. Come on in.
Girl, I'm gonna tell you about the hectic week and how God keeps blessing me.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you. No matter what you're going through, let's chat. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Girl, you know I'm here for you. Let's chat.
Please take the time to read this disclaimer, for it pertains to this YouTube channel and this YouTube channel only. Please be advised that this is solely my commentary, my thoughts, my opinion. This is not the gospel. I do, however, take the time to fact check and make sure that I am providing each and every one of you with accurate information. Now let's get on to the story. Hey, honey. Hey, it is your girl, Miss Leda, and I am back with yet another video. So guys, today we are going to be talking about Miss Brittany Witherspoon, who is a beautiful 16-year-old girl who was killed back in August. And her death and passing and case has been just as bizarre as the Shanquilla Robinson case. Like I said, she is based out of North Carolina as well. But this is our own soil, and this is where all the drama and confusion is taking place. This ain't in Mexico. This is strictly in our area of expertise where we're supposed to give you the facts, the information, but yet this is a bizarre case that we are looking for answers on. So let's get into this video, honey. Now, the first clip you will see is Brittany Witherspoon's mom, who she is actually speaking to the news reporters back in August when this case first happened and took place. And then we will go into some more information later on.
See her graduate. Never see her go to prom.
Tonight, a mother is devastated after a shooting left her 16-year-old daughter on life support.
As the family tries to figure out how the shooting happened, they're urging others to be careful with guns. Our Glenn Counts is live tonight at Atrium Hospital, Atrium, Maine, where that teenager is tonight. Glenn?
Well, Scott, this is a very sad and unusual case. The victim is just 16 years old, and she's here in the hospital on life support, all because of a single bullet.
She loved to hang out. Smile. Everything she do, she always smiled.
Brittany Witherspoon is just a bundle of joy.
Well, I was hoping it wasn't as bad as they say it was.
Jessica Witherspoon is her mother, and last Friday she got a call that turned her life upside down. Her daughter had been shot. A police report says it was accidental, but the family doesn't buy that.
I'm not going for that. She didn't do that to herself.
The incident happened at these apartments off Arrowwood Road. The bullet shattered her neck and paralyzed her. Her mom says she had 2 strokes this week, and now she is brain dead but still on life support.
Never see her graduate. Never see her go to prom. Grandkids. Driving lessons. Just everything out there is just taken away.
Now she faces the difficult decision of ending life support.
Nobody wants to bury their child. Nobody wants to pull the plug. I don't want to pull that plug. So I'm hanging on till I can't hang no more.
Witherspoon is not sure how the shooting occurred, and she admits police have discussed the possibility of suicide. She doesn't believe that, but one of the reasons she wanted to talk was to urge people to exercise care around firearms.
Put them guns down. It's not a safe thing to do. It can do a lot of damage. There was one bullet that did all that damage to her.
Witherspoon has a lot of pictures of her daughter, including one she took this week, holding her hand in the hospital.
I did get a reaction today that gave me a little hope. When I kissed her on her forehead, she smiled. And she haven't done that since she's been in there.
The family continues to hope for a miracle. In the meantime, CMPD continues to look into this case. So far, there's no word on how much progress that they may have made. Back to you guys.
That's such a tragedy here. Glenn, thank you.
So Mr. Jackson, who is the spokesperson for Shanquilla Robinson's family, has also been asked to intervene on this case as well. And so he is going to speak and give his thoughts in regards to what's going on.
Listen, y'all, I want to apologize to y'all first and foremost, because yesterday when I went live, I don't believe I told you all who Brittany Witherspoon was, because a lot of people was like, well, who is Brittany Witherspoon? But if you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, you have to know who Brittany Witherspoon is. She's a beautiful 16-year-old girl who had a future ahead of her. She was in a relationship with this 19-year-old boy, and I'm just gonna tell y'all. Rumor had around Charlotte that her boyfriend, Shannon White, had some pictures or something on YouTube or Twitter of him in a thong, and videos of him twerking. And friends were telling her, like, yo, leave this dude alone. You know, he's gay. He's not for you. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if you're gay, you're gay. You like who you like. But you have women out here, they ain't finna date no gay man. Some of them just, you know, they ain't gay. They just, you know, they like what they like. So it's like, you know, leave him alone. You know, he's not good or whatever. So it's believed that she may have went over there to talk to him about that. Like, yo, what's up? But we can't confirm that, okay? I can't confirm that, okay? This is one of the theories that the family had talked to me about or whatever. But anyways, she ends up dead, right? She ends up dead. This was back in August. She ends up dead, okay. The boyfriend told the family that he was in the bathroom and she was in the room playing with a gun, and it went off. He ran out of the bathroom, called 911, did everything that the dispatcher told him to do, and Charlotte Mecklenburg police ruled it as an accident. But they didn't state how it was an accident. Then they told the family it was a suicide, that she killed herself, and the family said they're not going for that. And the North Carolina Bee is not going for that. And Gerald Jackson is not going for that, because that girl did not kill herself. Okay? So, when Mr. White got to the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department and spoke to investigators, they said that they found his story credible because he repeated the story 3 times. This is what the investigators told the family just yesterday. Mr. White repeated the story 3 times, and there was no discrepancies in his story, and they believed him, right? He told the investigators a different story from what he told the family. He told the investigators that him and Brittany was in a room, they were playing with guns, and it went off. She got shot in the neck, but Charlotte Mecklenburg police told this family that she killed herself, right? So the family had been trying to get the autopsy. They just recently applied for it. I told them to go down to the Register of Deeds office in Mecklenburg County and go get the death certificate. The death certificate would show the manner of death and the cause of death and all that stuff. Well, they got the police report, okay? The police report stated that her death was being investigated as a homicide, right? The death certificate states that Brittany and BF was in the room playing with guns, and she somehow got shot. That's exactly what it says. She somehow got shot. Word somehow is in there, okay? And I'm gonna put it up on the blog so you guys can see. So first, the family was told that there was no gun found at the crime scene. Yesterday, they found out that a gun was found at the scene. But the detective told them that they didn't know if the gun that they found was the gun that was used, that Brittany allegedly used. So that tells us you didn't do any type of fingerprinting. You didn't do any type of gunpowder residue check on her or him. You ain't do nothing. Because how you can't determine, if you're saying someone shot themselves and killed themselves, then how you don't know if the weapon that you recovered from the scene is the weapon that was used? Then Mr. White was going around telling people that he needed to sell a gun. And people were like, what you trying to sell the gun for? He was like, because I shot this girl. I killed this girl. And so even the detective told the family that some witnesses have been down there, but when they get to the department, they scared to talk. Why would someone call you to tell you they got information and then get to the department and scared to talk? So I'm trying to figure out, either this man family got some kind of pull or something. Maybe he knows somebody, his mama knows somebody, his mammy knows somebody, maybe somebody knows somebody, somebody knows something. Brittany is right-handed. She was shot in the left side of her neck. Let's be clear. Okay? They didn't find no belongings that she had, no phone, no nothing. She had just texted her mama. She had just texted her mom an hour about some Lyft money to get home. They ain't find nothing, y'all. This family needs justice. Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department is trying to sweep this murder under the rug. This boy been out in these streets telling people that he killed this girl and shot this girl. They ain't checked his phone records. They ain't pulled his Instagram accounts where there's supposedly screenshots of him telling other people that he killed her and trying to sell a gun and why he's trying to sell it. They ain't checked shit. Check this out. Guess what else the detective told the mama? Yesterday. I'm talking like my grandma yesterday. Well, it's his word against hers. It's his word against her. When have you known for a victim of murder call you and tell you they side of the story? They're dead. It's your job to tell their story. It's your job to gather the evidence and take it to the prosecutor so the prosecutor can represent Miss Witherspoon. It's your job to tell her story. It's your job to piece the story together. That's what evidence is. Evidence tells stories about what happened. How y'all gonna tell this mom, well, it's his word against her word? What? Are you serious? You know, all skin folk ain't kin folk. In America, in Charlotte, right? Just like y'all don't know who, just like y'all don't know, or just like y'all claim y'all can't find the killers who killed that girl that was laid out on video in the back of an apartment complex. And you got some hoodlums filming her dead body, talking about, I'm gonna come back and get this jury, or we're gonna get this jury. Get off live. Get off live. Get off live. Now, I want them to know when we got here, baby. I want them to know the time, baby. Man, why you on live, man? There's still a call. Just like y'all ain't solved that crime yet, huh? Just like y'all ain't found out who killed her, huh? Johnny Jennings does not need to be police chief because he's not running his department. He's not solving crime. How is it that you don't know that the gun that was on the scene is the one used? Why does the police report say homicide? Why does the police report say homicide? If this was suicide or if this was an accident, Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Chief Johnny Jennings, how do you have homicide on this girl's police report as a victim, 16-year-old Brittany Witherspoon, a victim of murder? Her police report says homicide. And you got a man on Instagram telling people, I don't give a fuck what they post about me, I ain't going to jail. You got a killer walking out here on these streets. Bruh, if you gay, bruh. Love who you want to love. No one has a hell or heaven to put you in. But at the end of the day, you need to be in jail. You know what you did. You know what you did. You know what you did. That's my attorney had called. So, what I was saying is to go. Email them and tell them that they need to reopen the case. Because they told the family that the case was still open. But you can't say that the case is still open if you keep telling the family that she killed herself. I'm not understanding that. Yes, I am going to do an interview with Brittany's mom. Yes, I sure will. Yep, sure am. It is in the works. Yep, it is in the works. They told the family that the case is still open. How is the case still open and y'all keep telling the family that it's suicide? I mean, I'm not understanding, man. Like, I don't understand. It does not make sense. It does not make sense. Why didn't Shannon White tell the police the same story he told the family? He was in the bathroom. Oh, you was in the bathroom? What you doing in the bathroom? In the shower? You was in the shower? You was washing that blood off you?
So, okay, you guys want my thoughts and opinion? Here we go. I think that Mecklenburg police needs to get it together. How is it that you can say that this young lady shot herself with a gun and the entry wound is on the left side? Unless this young lady is ambidextrous, and I know some of you might not know what that means. It means that you can utilize both hands, you can write with both hands, you can do various things with both hands. Unless she is ambidextrous, it is no way that she would be able to shoot herself and it be on the left side. Now, another thing is, whenever you shoot a gun, you will have some gunshot residue on you. Why is it that neither her or the boyfriend's hand was tested for gunshot residue? And how close in proximity was this actual gunshot? It had to have been at point blank range because it's an entry wound through the neck, almost as if it was held up to her neck and then proceeded out. Now, another thing that I'm concerned with is if this young man had two different stories, then why is the police not checking out both stories? Why would they turn around and tell this family that this young lady committed suicide? However, the autopsy report does not reflect a suicide. It reflects a homicide right along with the actual police report. So you tell the family one thing, however, you write up something else as if they wouldn't check into it and they would just let everything go down by the wayside. So that to me is bothersome. Like, who wants to endure having to deal with something like that? You're supposed to be the police. You're supposed to be able to give accurate information and give great accounts in regards to what happened to this beautiful young lady at the time of her passing. However, it's at this point, it seems like they're not taking it seriously, because here it is, this beautiful young 16-year-old child was killed and no real investigation has been done. When it comes to the gun, but a ballistics report could have been done to see if it was actually the same gun that was utilized to kill this young lady. They could have fired the gun into a barrel to see if it was going to have the same strike marks on it. That is the fingerprint for a gun to let you know exactly if it was the same gun. No gun will give off the same strike marks. None. So I'm really baffled as far as how they run their department and how they can tell a person one thing and then write down something else. And just like Mr. Jackson said, if it is classified as a suicide, then the case is closed, because that means that person did a self-inflicted wound. But this is not the case. This is not the case. And this definitely needs to be looked at and looked at again. I pray that this family gets the justice that they so rightfully deserve. Now, what I did read that was a little bothersome to me is Shannon White's mom has said that she did not care to speak to anyone because her son was grown. Her son is 19 years of age, but this took place in her home. So I hold her responsible to some degree, because this is her home that it took place in. You wouldn't want to find out the nitty-gritty in regards to a murder or a crime that took place within your home. That to me makes me say, It really makes me wonder what is going on. She said that he was a young man and he could handle his own stuff. Is it some animosity there with her son, and she just wants him to go on about his business and screw up his life? Or what is it? Me as a parent, I am going to try to get to the truth. I don't care if my child is grown or not. I'm going to have a conversation and a discussion with my child to find out exactly what took place, especially if it's something that took place in my home where someone has lost their life. I want to be able to look that other parent in the eye and definitively say, I tried to find out what happened, or I tried to do XYZ, because I don't want that on my conscience. So it makes me feel almost as if there is something that is being hidden, or that this mother doesn't want to accidentally say, which is why she declined to go into any further details and said the son can handle it. He's grown. That just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know about any of the rest of you, but that right there doesn't sit well with me. Not at all. By no means does it sit well with me. Now, this beautiful young lady was killed in August, and this information is just starting to roll out. Again, in the Shanquilla Robinson's case, the autopsy is something that told a very different story from what others' account was. Same thing in this case. Then not only that, the longevity of how long it is taking them to explore and investigate the case. Like, it should not take this long for someone to be held accountable for their actions. If this young man is gay, that's his business. But be man enough to put your cards on the table and let that young lady decipher if she wants to be in a relationship with you or not because of your sexuality. Don't ever be ashamed of who you are. If you gay, you gay. Like Mr. Jackson say, you love who you love. You can't change who you love. However, be honest with the other people who you are involved with or have entanglements with. Don't leave them blindsided and out there looking like a fool because they the ones that don't know. and you've known all that time that you were gay, and in actuality that the relationship would not work. That's all I can say in that regards. My prayers definitely go out to this mother. She, just like Mr. Robinson, both said, you know, hey, I won't be able to see my child give birth. I won't be able to watch my child get ready for prom. Various things like that. Those are parents that are hurt and they're searching for answers and the who, what, when, and why. Don't give up. I'm praying that you guys get the justice that you so rightfully deserve. Until next time, y'all, I am your girl, Miss Leda. I am opinionated, I am unbothered, and I am unapologetically me. Sorry, y'all, I had to come back because there is one thing I did forget to say. If you single or if you dating, take time to ask questions to find out the person who you are having entanglements with or getting involved with. Ask as many questions as possible. If that person does not want to answer the questions that you ask, then maybe that's not the person for you. Unfortunately, nowadays, you have to ask, you know, are you bisexual? Are you on the down low? Do you believe in open marriages? Do you want threesomes? You have to ask all these questions up front and let people know your boundaries and your borders in regards to what you want and what you're willing to tolerate. Ask them about their sexual status in regards to STDs and sexual transmitted diseases. There's so many women who haven't taken the time out to ask about men's sexual transmitted diseases, and they wind up having HIV later on down the line. Take the time to get to know a person and ask as many questions as possible. That's all I can tell you. Again, I'm Miss Leda. I'm opinionated, I'm unbothered, and I am unapologetically me. Well, that is the end of this video. Until next time, I am your girl, Miss Leda, saying bye, honey, bye. But again, as always, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And thank you for watching. Until next time, you guys be blessed and have a wonderful day. Peace.
Man, let's sip this tea. Girl, come talk to me. Come on in.
Girl, come on in here and talk to me. Sit on down and relax your tired feet.
Come in and let's sip this tea. Girl, come talk to me.